welcome to this basic face tutorial where we're going to paint the face on a space marine. To start us off, we're going to use Bugman's Glow, thinned down with some aluminium medium. Can't get me words out. Anyway, as we're painting this to a very basic tabletop standard, so we're not going to bother with eyes. Let's just pop the paint on, like I say, in a roughly 1-to-1 mixture. Dab of Bugman's Glow, dab of aluminium medium. Let's pop that onto the model as is, onto the skin areas anyway. This is a kind of very standard way, it's not standardized way of doing the skin on the face of a person. We're just going to let the shadows create the illusion of eyes and the eye sockets, which a lot of these face sculpts lend themselves well to, I find. Right-click flesh shade is the shade wash we're going to be using for this next bit. I'm going to thin it down a little bit with airbrush thinner. I find that if you try thinning it down with water, that can kind of mess with it a bit. Same with Lumiere medium on this one. Well, Lumiere medium's alright, but I want the actual, the physical property of the shade wash to be slightly thinner. Otherwise, sometimes if you don't do that, it just sort of darkens it up a little too much. It's a fine line. Okay, so once that's done, we're coming in with the Cadian flesh tone and Lumiere medium to thin that one down. And here we're doing like all the flat areas and the ridges that stick out, like the brow, and the nose, ear, cheekbones, and the chin. So yes, when it comes down to it, you don't actually leave a lot of the Bugman's Glow and right-click flesh shade underneath at all, really. Now after this is done, you can go further, but remember this is a very basic tabletop standard, so it's just designed to get you up and running really quickly. Perhaps if you've got a lot of skin to do and you're just not thinning it, you don't want to be doing like oodles of different layers and effects. This is a good way to go. Well, I would just put the Cadian flesh tone on and sometimes put a shade wash on top of that. That's entirely up to you how you do it. This is just my basic way I do it, if I'm doing it really basically. If I was doing like an HQ or something, I would do a lot. I'd go a lot further with it. Probably start with the eyes and then work my way on this. But yeah, as you can see, not looking too bad already, really. And I love some of the expressions on these Space Marine head sculpts. They look very scowly, which I suppose they would be, wouldn't they? Just use your brush, don't slap it on, dab it on. Remember, it's hardly any paint you'll be using on little areas such as this. By the side of the nose, the cheekbones, the lips, top of the head. although I go off camera occasionally, all I'm doing is just going over areas that I've either missed or I've swiped, you know, with the brush strokes sort of gone through it because it's quite thin down. So just making sure you get all the areas you want to. So that's all I'm doing here, really. Bit down there I missed. Then when you're happy, off you go. And for basic tabletop standard, this is it. This is all you need to do. Like I say, you can go further, but if you're going to go further, you may as well do the eyes and all the other bits and bobs. Like I say, this is just to get you up and running quickly. And there he is. So, all in all, not too shabby looking, I don't think. I think he looks good. He's ready for the tabletop.